Most of us who are into sailing or getting into sailing know what is available today to keep us safe and to keep us in touch with the world. But I want to take you back to the 80s. The gentleman that we're about to speak to decided one day that he wanted to go sailing and then he wanted to see the world, and he didn't have much money, so he decided, I'm going to build a boat. And then after setting off in 500 days, he sailed that 11'6" boat around the world single-handed. So the big question on everybody's lips is why?
I wanted to go sailing because living on a boat appealed to me, because that's how you can travel with your house. I didn't know much about sailing, so I was a bit naive, but and then I loved the sea, so why not by boat?
So this is a model of the boat.
Right.
This little figurine here is, what, 20% smaller than actual scale?
Yes, yeah, I couldn't find a model just the same, the right size. So that's a chart table that I would push forward and pull back.
And also your dining table?
I have, well, there's everything table. The water was in the bottom.
Yes.
I had 100 liters of water there. So for sleeping, I take that cushion and I close that lid down and put the cushion in the middle, and then I could lay down 2 inches extra.
You've written a book about the adventure called 500 Days Around the World on a 12-foot yacht.
But I thought 12 foot was enough, and that was the size of the material I had. So
yes.
I used to have a dinghy on the previous boat that was that size, and every time I looked at the dinghy, I said, that may be all I really need. You know, this I could afford. I built this in 3 months, so.
Oh, is that quick? 3 months to build?
Doesn't take long. Maximum 5 knots if I had everything right. From whatever direction it was okay. It was pointed fairly well, but as long as I didn't have any waves.
Yes.
Because if you hit a wave, then it would stop the boat. And I knew one thing is that if it doesn't look right, it's something wrong. Most everything was okay.
2 or 3 days outside of Darwin, you said, well, I better figure out how to work this sextant thing.
Yes.
Is that close to the truth? Is that what?
That is the truth.
Yeah.
Took out my plastic sextant that I swapped with somebody else for my RDF.
Vângești passar, sommare
So the big question that I wanted to ask you is about fears that you may have had before you started this.
Things you have to fear is fear itself.
Yes.
But then again, fear is very useful, and on the other saying is that only fools have no fear.
You would have given a lot of thought to safety and the security of the boat. On the fear thing, what would you tell people that are newcomers to boating about their fears? They have fear of their partner falling overboard, or they have fear of getting caught in nasty weather.
All of those things can happen, but all of those things have a solution, and you can deal with most of those problems. But if you're really afraid of those problems and you don't see a way out of it, better not go boating.
What was it? Tell me a couple of the highlights, or one of the highlights of the trip for you.
On the horrible part?
Both the horrible highlights and the happy highlights.
The horrible highlights when I had a fire on the boat. A wave hit the boat and I was on the way to Madagascar.
But in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, you could say in the middle of nowhere.
Navigationally speaking. Yeah. So what about the highlight? Tell me good highlights, happy.
I got to know a lot of people. I mean, how else would I have got to know so many people that are very interesting? In many places, I was welcome and taken in and helped.
L'aria fresca na giornata su.
So what advice would you give people getting into boating?
You can't really give an advice to everyone.
Found Acroc Australis. She's still in the same condition that she was when the boat was hauled out of the water some 30 odd years ago. So that was Serge, an amazing story.